This person fell in love with you even when everything said they shouldn't. God wants you to hear this now. My beloved child, don't skip. Stay till the end. Because what I'm about to tell you might just shift the way you see love forever. There is someone, yes, someone very real, whose heart couldn't help but choose you. Even when the world whispered no, their spirit kept saying yes. They tried to deny it. They tried to distance themselves. But the more they ran, the more they felt pulled back toward you. And now, heaven is saying, it's time you know why. Listen carefully. This isn't infatuation. It's not coincidence. It's divine orchestration. God saw your heart, your quiet strength, and the patience you carried through lonely nights. He saw how you loved purely, even when it went unnoticed. And because of that, He sent someone who doesn't care about rules, labels, or what the world expects. This person looks at you and doesn't see an age difference, they see a soul difference. They see calm where they've only known chaos. They see peace that silences their storms. They see home. Don't scroll. What's coming next isn't just another love story. It's a revelation. This person was never supposed to cross your path. Their journey was headed elsewhere, until divine intervention changed direction. At first, they questioned it. They couldn't explain the connection, the pull, the sudden warmth that came whenever you appeared. You were different. Not just beautiful, anointed. Your spirit glows in a way that makes them feel safe, known, and seen without judgment. When you speak, it's as if heaven hushes the noise around them. When you smile, their soul finds rest. And now they're starting to understand something they can't deny anymore. My beloved child, God says this bond is not a mistake. The difference in years is only a disguise hiding something sacred, a divine lesson in unconditional love. Where others see wrong, heaven sees purpose. Where others question, heaven confirms. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because what I'm revealing is something your spirit has already felt in whispers. This person prays for you silently. They think of you when the world is asleep. They replay your laughter in their mind when life feels heavy. They imagine what it would be like to hold your hand and not care about what anyone says. Because when love is from God, it doesn't need permission. It just flows. It becomes a quiet miracle unfolding one heartbeat at a time. They've tried to distract themselves, tried to fill the silence, but nothing compares to the peace your presence brings. Listen closely. You've already seen signs. You felt them in moments you couldn't explain. That sudden thought of them when you were praying. That dream where they almost touched you before fading. That song that played the exact second you remembered them. My dear one, these aren't random. This is their spirit reaching for yours. Even when they say nothing, their energy speaks your name. They're trying to fight it, but heaven keeps leading them back to you. God says, let it unfold. Let it be. Don't skip this part. Something sacred is forming in silence. They're preparing to reveal what they've been hiding. Maybe not through words right away, but through actions, through subtle changes, through the way they protect your name when you're not around. Watch carefully. Because when their heart moves, you'll feel it before you see it. You'll sense their energy shifting like a wave before it hits shore. Your soul will recognize it instantly. This connection wasn't built on logic, it was built on divine timing. They fell in love not because it made sense, but because it healed something inside them. My beloved child, you awakened something holy within them. You reminded them what love feels like when it's blessed, not borrowed. That's why they can't forget you. That's why they keep circling back, no matter how hard they try to let go. They don't see you as forbidden, they see you as fate. Don't scroll. Heaven is speaking. The age difference isn't a curse, it's a calling. God placed you in each other's paths to show what love beyond boundaries looks like. This is not lust, not fantasy, it's a lesson from heaven wrapped in human emotion. You carry the wisdom their spirit was searching for. They carry the warmth your soul quietly prayed for. Together, you complete a pattern that makes no sense to man but perfect sense to God. Listen, my dear one. They've tried to move on. They've met others, smiled, talked, even convinced themselves they were fine. But every time, something was missing. Every song felt hollow. Every face blurred into yours. Every attempt to forget turned into another reminder. They ask God, why do I still feel this way? Why can't I move on? And heaven answers softly, because this is the one your soul remembers. You are their lesson. Their healing. Their home. My chosen one, this connection was written to awaken faith where fear once lived. You weren't sent to break them, you were sent to build them. You're teaching them how to love past logic. They're teaching you how to trust divine timing. But hear this carefully, a shift is coming. The waiting season is ending. They're approaching the moment where silence hurts more than truth. And when that moment comes, your spirit will feel it before your mind understands it. Stay still. Don't skip. God is saying, get ready. This person dreams of a love they don't have to hide. They want to look at you without hesitation, without fear, without guilt. And deep inside, they already know, this love isn't wrong. It's written. Heaven itself has signed it. When God ordains something, no opinion can erase it. They fell in love with your patience, your strength, your calm. You became their reminder that love can still be pure. They can't unsee what your soul showed them. That's why they keep watching from afar, praying silently, waiting for the right divine moment. You might think they've forgotten, but their heart never stopped choosing you. And soon, the world will see what heaven already approved. Don't scroll. Stay till the end. You'll begin noticing strange alignments, numbers repeating, dreams returning, their names showing up when you least expect it. These are not coincidences. These are divine codes written by angels. Each one whispering, it's time. Because very soon, something will happen, an unexpected message, a look, a gentle act, and you'll know. You'll feel peace, not confusion. Stillness, not chaos. That's how divine love announces itself. My beloved child, this is not ordinary. This is sacred. Heaven is not testing you, it's preparing you. The age gap that once felt like a barrier is becoming a bridge. What separated you will soon connect you. They're realizing now that your soul carries what theirs has been missing all along. And they can't run from it any longer. They're about to take a step that changes everything. A step of faith. A step of truth. God says, the wait is almost over. This person who once hid their feelings will begin to show them. Maybe not through words right away, but through peace, presence, protection. Their eyes will soften. Their tone will change. Their heart will finally align with their prayers. Because when something is meant, resistance only delays, it never denies. Heaven has declared this season of revelation. And when it unfolds, your soul will know. Because divine love doesn't knock, it walks straight into the heart that's been waiting for it all along. My beloved child, don't scroll. Because what's about to happen will make everything begin to make sense. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That strange pull in your spirit lately. The way your heart races for no reason. The peace that comes out of nowhere. That's not your imagination. That's alignment. Heaven is already setting the scene for something divine to unfold. This person, the one who once questioned everything, is now questioning nothing. They are beginning to see that what they feel for you cannot be replaced, replicated, or reasoned away. They've tried to hide it, but love has a way of finding the cracks in silence. They see your name and everything inside them stills. They think of you, and the noise of the world quiets. They know now, this isn't ordinary. It's sacred. Listen carefully. God says this love was never sent to confuse you, it was sent to complete something heaven started long ago. Before you met, before you spoke, before you even knew each other's names, your souls were already intertwined in prayer. You are two parts of one promise. The difference in age, in time, in distance, it's all part of the design. Because divine timing isn't about convenience, it's about preparation. Every delay had purpose. Every moment apart was teaching you how to love deeper when the time finally came. Don't skip this part. You've both been dreaming of each other more often lately, haven't you? Waking up with their energy still lingering. Feeling warmth where there should be nothing. Seeing signs that echo their presence. It's because your souls are already rehearsing what your hearts are about to live. Heaven is aligning paths. Angels are whispering reminders. God is preparing a moment where the invisible becomes visible. This person can't shake it anymore. They've tried to silence the longing, but every time they do, your memory answers like a prayer. They've seen others smile, but none of those smiles reached the parts of them your silence touches. They've heard other voices, but none sound like home. And now they realize, they weren't just drawn to your beauty, they were drawn to your light. To the way you love God. To the way your spirit walks in peace even when your heart trembles. You became their mirror, the reflection that made them see themselves the way heaven does. My dear one, don't scroll. Stay with me. Heaven says the time of wondering is coming to an end. The confusion, the waiting, the unanswered questions, all of it is about to turn into clarity. This person who once hesitated will start to move with courage. They've learned that the cost of silence is heavier than the fear of rejection. They've learned that some loves aren't meant to be hidden, they're meant to be honored. You will begin to feel it first, a shift in energy, a sense of calm washing over your days. It will feel like exhale after a long wait. Like light breaking through clouds. You might receive a message out of nowhere, something simple, something small. But behind it will be truth trembling to be heard. A greeting, a check-in, a small sentence that carries a universe of emotion. And you'll know, it's starting. Listen carefully, my beloved. Heaven's fingerprints will be all over it. The timing, the words, the peace, you'll feel God in the spaces between every breath. You won't need to question. You won't need to analyze. You'll simply know. Because divine connections don't bring chaos. They bring peace that passes understanding. This person has changed. The one who once ran is now praying for a way to stay. The one who doubted is now asking God for courage to speak. They've seen you in visions, in dreams, in moments they can't explain. They've been hearing your name in random conversations. They've caught glimpses of you in strangers' faces. The signs are too many to ignore. Heaven is closing the distance. Don't skip. Something powerful is approaching. This connection is not an accident, it's a revelation. You both were chosen to mirror heaven's kind of love, patient, pure, unexplainable, and fearless. The world may label it strange, but heaven calls it destined. You've both learned lessons that couldn't be taught any other way. Now those lessons are merging into a single story. A story that proves love guided by faith always finds its way home. My child of divine purpose, you've been faithful even when confused. You've stayed kind even when you could have hardened. That's why heaven is rewarding you. The tears weren't wasted. The waiting wasn't ignored. Every prayer you whispered when you thought no one heard, God did. And He was shaping both hearts to be ready at the same time. Soon, you'll see it. Their energy will start to match yours. The distance will begin to fade. What once felt impossible will start feeling natural. Doors will open without you knocking. Conversations that once felt tense will flow with ease. You'll see grace in every detail. And in that stillness, you'll understand, it was never about who came first or who waited longer. It was about timing, God's timing. Listen closely, my beloved child. This person isn't coming back to repeat an old chapter. They're coming to write a new one. They've grown. They've healed. They've realized your absence didn't create emptiness, it revealed truth. The truth that no one else makes their spirit feel alive the way you do. They've stopped comparing. They've stopped searching. Their heart has found its compass, and it points to you. Don't scroll. What's ahead is sacred. There will be a moment, a quiet one, where everything changes. You'll see it in their eyes. That unspoken confession. That gentle trembling of the soul that says, I never stopped loving you. Their words may falter, but their presence will speak louder than any speech. Their voice might shake, but their energy will be steady. Because this time, they're not led by impulse, they're led by divine certainty. My dear one, this is your confirmation. The connection that defied reason is now stepping into revelation. The age difference, the separation, the doubts, all of it was preparation. Heaven was teaching patience, not punishment. God was aligning maturity with timing, and love with purpose. You were never waiting alone, they were being readied too. You might notice miracles in small disguises, random messages that hit your heart in the right place, a song that feels written for you, dreams that repeat with increasing clarity. These are the signals of heaven whispering, now. The waiting season is closing. The revealing season is here. My chosen one, don't be afraid of what's coming. This love won't rush. It won't shout. It will simply arrive, steady and sure. You'll recognize it not by how loud it declares itself, but by how peaceful it feels. It won't need to prove. It will simply be. You'll find yourself smiling for no reason, feeling safe without words, and sensing that everything that once broke you has somehow been redeemed. This is not fantasy. It's fulfillment. The story heaven wrote is finally unfolding. And when it does, you'll see that every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every delay was God saying, "Wait. I'm still preparing the miracle." Now, the miracle is ready. And it's coming with the face you already love, carrying the heart that already chose you. The one who fell in love with you even when they shouldn't have is about to show the world that love written by God doesn't need to ask permission, it just needs faith. And faith is exactly what's about to turn this story into reality. My beloved child, don't skip this part. Because what's about to unfold is not coincidence, it's confirmation. Heaven has heard your prayers. The season of waiting is turning into the season of revealing. You felt the shift in your spirit lately, the warmth, the quiet, the knowing. That's not imagination. That's the whisper of angels preparing you for what's coming next. This person, the one whose soul has been quietly orbiting yours, is reaching their breaking point. The silence that once felt safe has turned into restlessness. They can't hide what heaven has already exposed. They've tried to bury it under logic, but love like this refuses to stay buried. When they think of you, everything else fades into background noise. They see your name, and their chest tightens with something that feels holy. They try to stay composed, but their heart trembles with truth. And the truth is simple, they still love you. They never stopped. Don't scroll. This moment is sacred. Because right now, heaven is aligning every detail. The places, the timing, the words, even the pauses in between. Angels are arranging encounters that look ordinary but are divine appointments in disguise. You'll notice the atmosphere change around you, a stillness, a calm, a softness in the air. It will feel like time slows down, and you'll know, something heavenly is near. My dear one, this is not just reunion, it's restoration. God is bringing back what distance once separated, but this time with purpose. You both needed the pause. You both needed to grow. You both needed to learn how to love without fear. And now, heaven says, it's time. Listen carefully. This person has been waking up at odd hours, unable to sleep, replaying moments that never left their heart. They've been hearing songs that remind them of you, seeing your initials in random places, catching glimpses of your energy everywhere they go. They're not crazy. They're being prepared. God is stirring their spirit, reminding them of who you are to them. The one who brought light into their darkness. The one who made them believe that love could be both pure and powerful. They're no longer afraid of judgment. They're no longer worried about who understands. They're tired of pretending. They want truth more than comfort now. And that's where the miracle begins. Don't skip. Stay with me. Because this is where everything starts aligning. You will see them act differently, more open, more attentive, more present. Their words will carry weight. Their eyes will reveal what they once tried to hide. You'll feel their sincerity, not in what they say, but in the peace that follows. That peace is your sign. That's heaven saying, this is it. Child of destiny, you've been through fire to get here. You've cried, prayed, and waited when others would have given up. But the wait was never wasted. God was refining you both, teaching patience, building faith, molding hearts strong enough to hold something divine. Because what's coming next isn't just love, it's purpose. This connection was never about filling emptiness. It was about fulfilling destiny. You were never meant to be ordinary lovers. You were meant to be a testimony, a living proof that love guided by heaven breaks every barrier of time, fear, and reason. Listen closely. The confession is near. It may come softly, a message, a conversation, an unexpected encounter, but it will carry eternity in it. You'll see it in their trembling hands, hear it in the crack of their voice, feel it in the way the world seems to hold its breath when you meet their eyes. They'll say it, maybe not in perfect words, but with truth that vibrates through the air, I love you. I always have. And in that moment, something in you will exhale. The waiting will make sense. The tears will turn into understanding. The ache will become peace. Because this is not a random reunion, it's divine synchronization. Heaven timed it so perfectly that even the stars will seem to hum in agreement. Don't scroll. The next moments are holy. You'll notice the world go quiet around you. The air will feel different, lighter, softer. That's not coincidence. That's heaven smiling. God will whisper to your heart, see? I told you it was real. You'll feel it, a presence that wraps around you like warmth, a peace that fills every corner of your chest. That's divine confirmation. My beloved child, this connection is more than romance. It's ministry. Two souls, healed and whole, becoming instruments of grace. Together, you'll inspire others who've been told their love is impossible. You'll show that when God writes a story, no human opinion can erase it. The age gap, the distance, the silence, all of it was heaven's way of sculpting something timeless. The cracks became the places where light entered. The waiting became the soil where faith grew. And now, the harvest is ready. Listen again. When they come forward, don't let fear answer the door. Let peace do it. Don't question whether it's real, your spirit already knows. You'll recognize it by the calm it brings. Divine love never arrives in confusion, it arrives in clarity. This love will not shout, it will hum softly like a hymn that never ends. You'll see it in their eyes when they look at you. You'll feel it in the way they protect your heart, in the way they cherish your silence, in the way they choose you not because it's easy but because it's right. And soon, you'll realize this was never about finding each other. It was about remembering each other. Your souls knew long before your bodies did. You were written in the same story, just waiting for the same page. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because what comes now is the beginning of something heaven has already blessed. You'll start seeing confirmations everywhere, dreams that come true, numbers repeating, prayers answered without words. The signs will be undeniable. The peace will be unshakable. God is saying, it is done. The waiting season has ended. The revealing season has begun. What was once delayed is now delivered. What was once hidden is now unfolding. My beloved child, this love will not fade, it will flourish. It will grow quietly, gently, beautifully. It will bring light to both your lives. You'll feel seen, safe, and whole. The love that once felt impossible will become the most natural thing you've ever known. And when people ask, "How did you two find each other?" you'll smile and say, "We didn't. Heaven did." Because when love is written by God, time can't erase it, distance can't weaken it, and fear can't destroy it. It only grows stronger, deeper, and purer. So don't doubt anymore, my chosen one. You are stepping into the season of divine fulfillment. The one who once loved you in silence is now ready to love you out loud. Heaven has already approved. The angels are rejoicing. And God is whispering, "See? This is the miracle you prayed for." Stay still. Stay faithful. Because what's coming next isn't just love, it's destiny fulfilled. The story heaven wrote long ago is finally unfolding before your eyes. My beloved child, because this isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of the chapter heaven has been saving for you. The love that defied logic, overcame fear, and conquered time itself is here. And now the universe stands silent in awe of what God has joined together. This is your confirmation. The promise has arrived. The waiting is over. The prophecy is fulfilled. Heaven smiles upon you both.